Campers, it's me, Ari Lee, the first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. You're watching Horror Junkies 509. And remember, Jason never dies.
Yo, what's going on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13th, coming at you again today, you guys, and I hope you're out there all having an absolute killer day. Yes, it is the first week of November, you guys, and I hope you all are doing great out there. Whether you guys end Halloween and it's a thorn in your heart, or you just keep living Halloween all year round, because you guys know you can come to Horror Junkies 509 any time of the year. And spooky season, Halloween, All Hallows Eve, it stays alive all year round, you guys. And it's not slowing down. I have been getting a boatload of masks. I've been getting a boatload of more figures, you guys. So trust me when I tell you, I have plenty more spooky related content coming your guys' way. And so if you ever feel like you are missing Halloween more than ever, just click on Horror Junkies 509 and we'll make sure that we keep things extra spooky for you. So anyways, you guys, did you take down all your Halloween decorations? My Halloween decorations don't really come down. They just come back downstairs to my little area here, because basically I just take this stuff from down here and I move it upstairs for Halloween, and then I just move it back down and then decorate for Christmas and whatever. But you know what? That's the best part about it, because like my Halloween spirit's always out there, you guys. So I like to keep it right on Front Street. Anyway, I did want to talk about this awesome Jason jersey I got. I actually got this off the TikTok shop. I'm not much of a TikTok shop guy, but this kind of just kept showing up, and I just had to have it. On the back, of course, it says Voorhees and 13. I got it. It fits really well. It doesn't stretch very well, but that's all right, you guys. It actually fits me really well, so it's probably going to fit to size. But I know there's been a bunch of different ones. They have a white one, which I don't do white. I already spilled coffee on the hockey mask, and I had to do some cleaning surgery to get it back to white. But I actually really dig it. So this is going to be kind of my Halloween day attire from now on, unless I start getting something else. But anyways, you guys, like I said, we got a lot of videos coming. Angelina and I are planning to do a October recap video where we're going to talk about HorrorCon, which is going to be the big one. So I hope you guys will sit tight. We're still trying to get some posters framed for that, so we're ready to go for that. But anyways, you guys, the first video I want to do after October ended, even though Halloween didn't end, but October did, I'm going to go ahead and do a video that you guys have been waiting very patient with me on, and I definitely want to make sure I deliver on that. If you guys remember, quite a while ago, I started my boutique label collection videos, where I pick a boutique label and I kind of go through my collection. I started with Vinegar Syndrome, and I had a part 1. This is going to be the second part, so I'm going to continue going through my Vinegar Syndrome collection. If you guys don't remember, kind of go back to that first part. I'll try to link it in the description. But if you guys want to watch the first one again before you jump into this one, make sure you know it's feel free. It's going to be down there for you. Something different I'm going to do in that video. I read the back of every single movie because I don't really remember much about them. But honestly, guys, this is just kind of an opportunity for me to show my collection. I don't feel like I need to read the back of every single one of them. I'll show you guys the back, so maybe you guys can pause it and read it if you want to. But I'm going to try and get these videos to go a little bit faster. Let me know down in the comments which version you like of these videos better. Do you like it when I stop and read the back? Because reading off the cuff is kind of hard for me. You know, when I'm on camera and stuff like that, I fumble over my words. So I'm trying to make it a little more enjoyable for you guys. So I will show the back. You guys can pause it and read it if you feel like it. I'll try and make sure it's actually legible. And let me know down in the comments whether you like the first version or you like the second one. But I might keep it this route just so we can keep these moving. So let's go ahead and get right into this, you guys, because I do have quite a collection of Vinegar Syndrome. And hopefully if I can finish it this time around, next one we might start, Scream Factory. We might start Arrow. We might start whatever. But I definitely want to get this one wrapped up. So let's go ahead and get right back into this. We're going to start right off the bat with Don't Panic. And this is kind of a supernatural slasher that kind of has like a Ouija board kind of involved with it. And so it really kind of possesses this kid, and he's going around and he's getting possessed and he's actually killing people, but it's not really him killing. And so he's really trying to prove his innocence and stuff like that. And something hilarious about this movie, you guys, is the fact he's like a full-on high school kid, and he has like these really weird dinosaur pajamas. It's a silly movie. I've only seen it one time, but I remember thoroughly enjoying this movie. And so Don't Panic. Let's see if we can get this on there. So If you guys want to pause that, feel free to read it. I can read it from here. So I feel like this should be pretty good. And yeah, so if you guys want to go ahead and check that one out. This did come with a slipcover, but I missed the opportunity on it because I didn't know that I had any interest in this movie. There is the alternate cover right there, a little bit different, but this is the one that I liked better. And they got the, that one on the disc as well. And so this may look like just a normal release with it should have had a slipcover, but I missed the slipcover. I think you can still get it with your Vinegar Syndrome points, but I just haven't had the chance to get it yet. So don't panic. I would say I recommended it because it's fun enough for anybody who enjoys supernatural slashers. They'll really enjoy it. All right, you guys. So next up, we have Evil Laugh. And I definitely remember having this one on a bootleg DVD for a very long time until this one came out. So kind of about this one, it is another slasher movie, you guys. Like Vinegar Syndrome comes out with all my slashers that I need. And then, some of the other boutique labels do come out with some of them. But I feel like Vinegar Syndrome has been on top of it so hard. But honestly, I'm looking at my newest stack of movies, and there's not a single Vinegar Syndrome in the pile. So is Vinegar Syndrome slowing down on this stuff? I don't know. I feel like I haven't bought from them in a little while. But Evil Laugh, it's kind of more about like all these people, they're coming back to try to reestablish this old doctor, this old house. And so they're staying there. And then they're trying to, bring it back to usability and stuff like that. They're cleaning it up. They're fixing up all the issues and stuff like that. And they all start getting picked off one by one. And of course, there is an evil laugh involved. And then, so here's the back of it. This is kind of like showing off the house that they're kind of working on. And then under that, oh my word. I have seen this movie, but apparently I haven't watched this edition. It's still sealed up. So Evil Laugh, there's the cover right there. And we'll get you the back. So if you guys want to pause it and read it, please feel free. So that's that. So yeah, but that's so a group of medical students have decided to spend the weekend helping their friend Jerry fix up an old foster home he bought and he is planning to reopen it. So there you go. So I know it's a little bit off on my descriptions, and so that's why I'm giving you guys the opportunity to read the back. And so that way you can read it. You don't have to see me fumbling all over it. But I remember Evil Laugh being pretty good. It is a very mid-level slasher. This is not going to go above and beyond your expectations or anything like that. But the acting is pretty bad. But, there's a lot of teenagers that are, ready to get naked and stuff like that. So that's always a good time. So Evil Laugh, Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, you guys. So like I said, I'm just going through this a little bit quicker. That way I can pump these videos out a little bit quicker. When I was reading it, I think I got through maybe 15, and in 30 minutes, that's not too good. All right, you guys. Next up is Evil Judgment. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to buy this one, but someone told me it was kind of a slasher, so I did end up buying it. Very slow, very lame, lackluster kills. They're pretty much all slit throats for the most part, but still kind of a good watch. I still did enjoy myself for the most part. I really don't remember much about it at all, but still Vinegar Syndrome did release a pretty cool edition, so we do have a different cover right here, which I really love. The judge's gavel coming down in a splash of blood. You can't get enough of that. Once we open it up, we do have, just the same art as is on the slip cover there, and it's on the alternates on the disc as well. But here we go on the back. If you guys want to go ahead and pause and read that, you guys can. I know you guys are pausing it, but I'm giving enough time to pause it as well. So Evil Judgment. I remember it really being a lot of throat slitting and stuff like that, and very just things that people that are working for the law, but they're not good at following it themselves, I guess. So Evil Judgment, another Vinegar Syndrome release. All right, you guys. So this next one I remember quite well. I've watched this one quite a few times, and I really, really love it. And I think this is a more elevated slasher movie that I think it's definitely above the mid-level, and that's going to be Fade to Black. One thing I absolutely love about this movie is like the guy who's killing is like he's absolutely, and you follow the killer throughout the entire thing, so it's not a mystery on who the killer is. He loves cinema. He loves film so much, and like he goes around killing people that mess with him, but he dresses up as like different film cinema characters. Like he dresses up like a cowboy. He dresses up like Dracula and does a bunch of different stuff like that. And like, this cover does have like a few of his, like he's got the Mummy right here, his cowboy, his Dracula, and stuff like that. And like, he's after the girl that he really likes. And so on the back, there's him with like half Dracula, half his face. And then like, you see his cinema reel here. So he's watching movies at home. This was one of I missed this slipcover, but I was able to buy this with my Vinegar Syndrome points. So if you are a Vinegar Syndrome buyer and you miss a slipcover, keep an eye out because they do re-release them periodically, but you have to use your points to get them. And so coming to this is the original cover for Fade to Black. I absolutely love this cover. It just really takes me back to seeing it. He's got his popcorn in his hand and his soda and his half face mask or face. So Eric Binford lives for the movies. Sometimes he kills for them too. Fade to Black. So we'll go ahead and let you guys read the back if you so choose. Hopefully that's, coming through clear enough for you. And then if if anything does not come through enough, let me know in the comments and I will help you out. And then so we'll open her up. We got the same cover on the disc, and then that's also the reverse cover, from the slip cover. And so this is just a really great release. And like, this whole thing right here, this is just a special features for Vinegar Syndrome. So I haven't talked about it. Just like Scream Factory, just like most boutique labels, Vinegar Syndrome does a really good job of packing their releases with a great number of special features, which I am a super duper special feature guy. Like, I'm not done with these releases after watching them the first time until I watch all the special features. So sometimes like Angelina watches the movie with me, but she doesn't want to watch the special features with me. So like I have to watch the movie and then I wait until, that Saturday morning or whatever where she sleeps in and I sit and watch special features. It's kind of how it works around here. All right, guys. So next up is another long lost slasher that I just had to get to make sure I have as many of the 80s slashers as I possibly can. I'll probably never have every single one of them, but by God, I'm going to try. And so that is Fatal Games. And so basically this is all about a lot of people trying out, and not just they're trying out, they're preparing for the Olympics. And so we have a killer running around and taking all these Olympic competitors out one by one. And he's, he uses a javelin, which is kind of an interesting weapon. I was really hoping that was going to lead to a lot of really cool kills, but I feel like it kind of left it a little lackluster. I've only watched this one time, but I still remember, being really mid-level slasher, but it's still enjoyable if you're really into slashers. And so here's the back. We got a severed hand right there with a trophy and Go Falcons. So whatever. And then so we actually have the Olympics, right here. So, they're doing it. So on the cover, it says, there can only be one winner in this contest. Their mistake was to even compete. Whatever that means. So opening it on up. So we do have the back art on the disc there. And then we do have the original Fatal Games poster, which I don't really like that one as much. It's kind of too simple. But I still might reverse this art. I can't believe I haven't done it already. But, I have so many releases. I get them so much at one time. Sometimes I can't remember what I'm doing half the time. And this is a Blu-ray, so I'm trying to call out when it's a Blu-ray or a 4K, just so you guys can know. So next up, we do have one Frightmare, and there's two movies that have the Frightmare title, and I can never remember which one is which. I don't know if this. Let's see here. Yeah, so this is one where there's a bunch of like horror fans, and there's like a deceased horror legend, and they like get his body, they dig up his body, and they take it to party with it, and then like all of a sudden a lot of supernatural things start happening, and so this is that Frightmare. I know there's another one, I can't remember what that one's about either, but this one was a lot better, I feel like, than the other one, but honestly, since I don't remember what the other one's all about, so this is the ultimate nightmare, Frightmare. Experience terror as cold as the grave. And so I'll go ahead and let you guys see the back. We'll see some pictures here. And so I believe this guy is the horror legend right there that they're kind of talking about in the story. And then I think they take him to their house and they party with it and just crazy things that start happening. So if you guys want to go ahead and pause and read that, you're good to go. And honestly, I don't think I did that for Fatal Games. I don't think I stopped and let you guys read Fatal Games. So, sorry about that. Here's Fatal Games. Just in case if I didn't, but if I did, just ignore me. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Still getting used to this new style of video. All right, so Frightmare, that was the last one I talked about, and I did show you guys up so you guys could read it. All right, next up is an H.P. Lovecraft film, and this is a 4K From Beyond. And basically, the best way I can describe this one is it's exactly like Reanimator, but it's like a gender-swapped Reanimator in some weird way. And it's just kind of a weird movie just like that, but I absolutely love this cover. I've only seen this movie one time. It really wasn't my cup of tea, but I definitely want to give it another watch and give it another go. And so I have a lot of people that have recommended this to me for a very long time. There's no like see-through art or anything like that, but you can still have some pretty cool disc art. I really love that blue and purple combo. I think it looks really, really good for this release. And so let's go ahead and give you guys the back so you guys can read what this is all about. And this is actually my second time trying to record this video. Sorry, guys. Because I was reading the backs and doing it all, and I was just struggling through some of this stuff, and I just kind of gave up. So this is why I'm kind of doing an attempt like this, so you guys have an opportunity to still see my collection, but I don't have to freaking read through everything. I just feel like it'll be a smoother overall experience if I don't read it. I know somebody out there is like saying it's okay, Kyle, you can't read. It's like I can read okay. All right, you guys. So next up is The Ghost Dance, and this is a slasher movie I have been waiting for a long time. One of my other fellow YouTubers talked about this movie for a very long time. She was watching it, and I had no idea what this was even about or anything about it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm glad it finally came out. I watched it one time, and I remember it being very slow and not very much fun. But let me rewatch this again, and I'm going to be excited to rewatch this one again because it's just been so long. So The Ghost Dance, this is a Native American slasher film, and I love that he's got a victim in the little reflection of his knife here. On the back, we got, kind of a corpse, and then this girl obviously probably getting someone summoned up, and, then they come after them and kill them. And so this is the cover that I've always seen. So The Ghost Dance, this is kind of the original cover. It says, when you disturb the dead, you must pay the price. So definitely summoned up a spirit that didn't need to be summoned up. And then, you have to pay the piper. And so there's the cover of the disc, just like on the back. And so let me make sure that I get your guys' description there. So if you guys want to go ahead and read that, absolutely feel free. All right, you guys. So moving on after Ghost Dance. I think I'm getting pretty close to having every single 80s slasher on my list. And if I don't have it, either I haven't seen a release of it yet, and because I'm trying to make sure they're all on 4K and DVD and Blu-ray. So those are the ones I'm trying. I would love everything to be on Blu-ray and 4K. But some of these things might not get it. Like I'm really hoping for Open House, and there's quite a few other ones that I'm still waiting for. But Open House is the one that's always in my mind. Like I really want that one on 4K or Blu-ray. All right, so next up, this one I didn't actually expect to be a slasher at all, and that's the Girls' School Screamers. Honestly, I could not even remember what this one's even about. Obviously, it's some girls getting picked off at a girls' school. On the back here, it says the finishing school that finishes them all, as we have a pitchfork going through this girl's belly. But I remember it being a pretty good, fun watch. I wasn't expecting much out of this one, and so I really did enjoy it more than I expected. So I did like that. So here's the original cover art for Girls' School Screamers. And it says death right here, and then you get some other collage of fun stuff there. All right, there's the back. So if you guys want to read the description of this film, you definitely can. All right, and see what's up inside. We even have another alternate art. So we have like one with almost like a corpse bride situation there. And then on the disc, it's got the other alternate art. So lots of different art on this, and I love it. I think it's so cool how they set these releases up. And I don't know, this is thicker cardstock than most slipcovers. That's one of the things I love about Vinegar Syndrome's slipcovers is they're really thick, and they're not like those little weenie ones that Scream Factory releases and just normal releases get. But I love my slipcovers, but I love it when they're built a little stronger. All right, you guys. So this is one I've watched many times. I absolutely love this movie, and it's Graduation Day. It's all about one high schooler kind of ends up getting herself killed. She kind of passes out while running track, And then, after that, everybody on the track team starts getting picked off and stuff like that. But here's like the back of the cover on that one. So you see the whole track team here, and they're getting X'd out as they get picked off. That's something you actually see in the movie, which is really cool. I really love this cover on the skull with the graduation cap and the knife going through it. So it says there are 200 seniors in Midvale High and 7 days till graduation. The class of 81 is running out of time. So we'll pull off the cover, and then we got the original cover of this one. So this is a cover that a lot more people are going to be more familiar with. Just a patron with their graduation mask, and then some glass and an axe going through it, and it shatters. And so if you guys want to go ahead and read the back of that, so you guys can know what it's about. Let me know down in the comments if this is coming down clear enough for you guys to read. I know you guys can pause the video and, sit it on as long as possible, but, I'm trying to give you enough time to read it a little bit and make sure you guys pause it long enough. And there's, it's actually a picture of in the movie where someone's holding up the picture and all the team members are getting X'd out. So that's a shot from the film. And this is also a Blu-ray. All right. I forget how much talking I do in these. All right, you guys. So next up is actually a Spanish slasher. This is the first time I ever saw it or ever heard about it, and that is Hell Trap. But if you guys are not willing to either sit and listen to it in Spanish or read subtitles, I don't recommend it. But if you're willing to, this was a pretty good fun movie. This is a picture right here of the actual killer. He's kind of in the jungle and stuff like that, and hiding in trees and stuff like that, and doing all that kinds of stuff. So if you guys want to know the Spanish title, it's Trampa Infernal, and so there's kind of that cover with that. So this is the killer right here. Looks pretty good, and I enjoyed the movie. I just really didn't know what was going on because I decided to watch it just in Spanish, no subtitles or anything like that, because I'm doing Duolingo and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to, pick up on as much Spanish as I can. I was able to really kind of follow it along for the most part, but I wasn't able to relax and do it. I kind of had to focus a lot, and so. Yeah, Angelina knew a lot of these actors actually from other Spanish movies and stuff like that. So if you guys want to go ahead and read the back, you definitely have the opportunity to. Make sure it's nice and clear for you. All right, you guys. But I still recommend it. It's kind of weird. He has a little Freddy Krueger claw, but not exactly like a Freddy Krueger claw, because as you can see, they're almost like teeth at the end. So he's able to grab and rip flesh a lot easier. So. Nice opportunities for practical effects and some blood effects. All right, you guys. So next up, we do have Vinegar Syndrome does these volumes of homegrown horrors, and there's volume 1, 2, and 3. We'll try and go through these a little bit as quick as possible. And so this first one, it comes with Beyond Dream's Door, Winter Beast, and Fatal Exam. And so I don't think I liked any of these ones in this first set. And, it's just part of the collection, so I'll probably never get rid of it. But I still like the whole series of that they're doing these movies. And so I'm going to try and get as close as I can so you guys can actually read these. I think this one's going to be a little bit harder for me to get for you guys because the writing is a little bit smaller. So please forgive me. Let's see if I can actually... I don't think this is going to make things better. No, so it's still too reflective. So I think this is still the better option. So we got the description for Beyond Dream's Door, Winter Beast, and Fatal Exam right here. Yep, so you guys want to pause that and read those, go ahead. But like I said, I was not a fan of any of these movies, but as we went forward, they did get a little bit better. So now we got the Homegrown Volume 2. This one, there's actually a couple good movies in this one. I think only one of them I didn't really like, but I can't remember which one it is. And so in this one, we got Hanging Heart, Moonstalker, which was the reason why I bought this one, and I actually liked it a lot more than I expected. And then we have Dead Girls as well. So it's got little open up the top, and then so it does have all 3 movies in it. All right. So we'll start with Dead Girls. Kind of looks like a more of like a punk rocker girl slasher movie. And so go ahead and have you guys read the back of that if you want to. Then we'll go ahead and open this up. Same cover art on the disc. And on the back, we actually have a little bit the original art, but it's really kind of lame. I'm kind of surprised by that. And like I said, I've seen all these movies just one time. As you can see, I have a lot of movies that are coming in, so it's really hard for me to kind of keep track of all these and remember them all. And even though I watched this one and I did enjoy it, Moonstalker was the one I really wanted to watch, but I've still only seen it once. So Moonstalker, there's a Bad Moon Rising, and it just got worse. So there's the cover to that. There is the description if you guys want to read this one. It's really kind of a slow, like, out in the wilderness kind of slasher, but I still think it was a good time. And then if you want to go ahead and check out the original art, we have that with this guy with the aviators on and what looks, oh, not the knife. It almost looks like a gun from the front, but, there's that for you. And the last one in this box is the Hanging Heart. And so look at this cover. I love that cover with this guy with the almost like theatrical mask on and just strangling the girl. That's a cool cover. I like that one a lot. And so opening it up, we do have the original art, which I definitely like the newer art way better. It just kind of got the, the red spiral and stuff like that. Definitely not as fun as this newer one. Make sure we get you guys a shot at the back so you guys can read that. I gotta make sure I don't move. There you guys go. All right, guys, and so this one I do remember had at least 2 movies out of the 3 that I liked. And so, I think that's a pretty good, it's better than the first one because I didn't really care for the first one that much at all. I didn't really like any of the 3. Gotta make sure I put these back in correctly because I'm all crazy about things. All right, and so next up it's going to be Homegrown Volume 3, which is, there's another couple movies in here that I really did dig a lot. And so on this one it has Haunted Ween, which is like a horror comedy Halloween horror movie, which I wish it would have skipped the comedy because I think it would have been a pretty good movie. Deadly Love, and then Revenge, which is the sequel to, I'm going to forget the title. Do I have it here? Because they just released the original as well. I don't see it. Maybe someone else released it. I just don't remember. Give me a moment. Yeah, I don't quite remember, and of course it escapes me. But Revenge is a sequel to one of these movies, to a movie that just got released. It should be on here. Yeah. Well, just to make sure this video doesn't last forever, you guys, I'll just kind of keep going for it, and maybe I can put it in on the screen when it comes up. So first one is Haunted Ween. This is that Halloween horror comedy that, it wasn't too bad, but I think it was hitting on the comedy a little more, and the comedy just wasn't very funny. But, I think this is going to be one of those times where another watch might do this movie justice. And so definitely want to give it another check out. And there is the description of Haunted Ween for you guys. Try to keep the glare off it. Alrighty. And then next up is Deadly Love. Honestly, I don't remember anything about this one. It's got a cool little biker killer on it. I really like that, especially from like night school and stuff like that. If you guys want to go ahead and read the back of this one as well. Get that for you. We'll open her up, check some of this other art out. And this is the original cover art. Not much to talk about there. Doesn't look very good at all. So maybe this is the one I didn't really like. I think I remember liking all 3 of these movies to some degree. But honestly, after seeing the cover of Deadly Love, maybe I didn't. And then, so I do remember this one. Let's see if it's on the back here. Blood Cult. There it is. That was probably on the first part of the my Vinegar Syndrome releases. So this is the sequel to Blood Cult. So if you guys like that movie, this is the sequel to it. Revenge. Definitely recommended. I like Blood Cult quite a bit. And then here is Revenge. I do remember liking this movie just about as much as I like Blood Cult. These are not like high-level slashers, you guys, in any way, shape, or form. But this is an attempt at getting these movies released, and so the people who want them can have them. And that's one of these things I love about Vinegar Syndrome. I absolutely just love it. And I love just having good slashers. I love having bad slashers. I love having dog shit slashers. I do not mind. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a really bad horror movie, and this next one is the absolute definition of that. So I bought this one because it is on the 80s slasher list. I've watched this one time, and I don't honestly know if you could pay me enough to watch this movie again. I just won't do it. And that is Horror House on Highway 5. This movie was so bad and so not entertaining and just had no redeemable value that I can even think of. I didn't really care for it at all. It was slow. I really had no clue what was going on. If you do like this movie, let me know down in the description, and maybe I'll give it another go. But honestly, it'll be a forgotten Saturday or Sunday, and that'll be it. I'm keeping it in the collection because it is, one of those 80s slashers that, I just want to have them in my collection. There's no rhyme or reason for it other than I'm just a huge slasher fan. And yeah, that's just how I'm going to keep it. All right, you guys, I'm going to do a few more, and then I'll probably cut it off. I like to keep this at about 30 minutes or so, and we're over that a little bit. I was hoping to not make a third edition of this, but it looks like I don't have much of a choice. But I do want to go ahead and talk about The Island of Blood, another 80s slasher movie that I just had to have in the collection. I've only watched it one time, but I remember this one being kind of a little bit more interesting. If you guys want to go ahead and read the back of that one. So if you guys are interested, I do remember it seemed like they were like on an island. This is also known as Who Done It. So I definitely went with the Island of Blood because Who Done It is a terrible title. So 7 people are dead and you are next. So I almost can't remember if I do this sometimes, but I think I already did. But, so Blood Island, definitely an 80s slasher that you guys should definitely check out. And heck, I'll end on this one since it's, starting of the holiday season. Jack Frost, this is not the one with Michael Keaton in it. This is a killer snowman. He's out to absolutely kill you. I absolutely love this movie. I've seen this one multiple times, but, if you guys can see the lenticular, I love it. Jack Frost, you guys. This is not the one with Michael Keaton. This is actual legit killer snowman. If you guys want to go ahead and read the back on this one, I definitely think this one is definitely worth a watch. Even if you're not into trashy slasher movies, this one's kind of fun. They definitely don't take it too seriously, and they have a good time with it, and I absolutely enjoy that. I believe Shannon Elizabeth is in this movie, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie. And so there's the art of the 2 snowmen, and this on here is just the art with the nice snowman. So you can always have the nice snowman if you don't want the evil one. I want the lenticular cover and the evil one. All right, you guys. So let me know down in the comments what is your favorite Vinegar Syndrome release that I went over today. So like I said, I will have a volume 3. I still have this big of a stack to do to finish up my Vinegar Syndrome collection video, you guys. So sorry, there is going to be a third edition, but I hope you guys will sit tight with me, you guys. I think all this stuff is all worth a watch, but it's all depending on if you like it or not. It's really up to you. Hit up Tubi, you guys, because a lot of this stuff does hit Tubi. So if you want to watch it before you buy it, that is a good opportunity. It doesn't have absolutely everything, but it has a really good selection of a lot of this kind of B slasher horror movies from the 80s. And so I've done it myself. I watched it on Tubi, watched it, liked it enough, and I went and bought it. And so here it is in the collection, you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for part 3 of the Vinegar Syndrome, my Vinegar Syndrome boutique label collection videos, you guys. Hope you guys stay bloody out there and have a killer day. That's going to do it for me. Horror Junkies 509, signing out just until next time. And you guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys have an absolute killer day. And don't forget to come back by when Horror Junkies 509 rides again. Keep it spooky, my friends. Halloween, it's alive in us. We keep it alive.